Welcome to our final video on Facebook. My name is Jared. Once again, I am the founder of HiveLead. Today, our subject is Facebook and how to utilize it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is push marketing. We've already talked about this in our introduction. And today we want to talk about how you can use Facebook to do push marketing, which means you will need to set up a lead magnet. Now, what is a lead magnet exactly? A lead magnet can be a report, it can be a quiz, it can be a PDF, it can be an ebook, a video, a course, a checklist, any and everything that is content that people can consume and would like to consume. And what you do is you offer this on a landing page, and you can use a landing page creator like Unbounce or a WordPress theme, and you can then provide people with the opportunity of downloading this information or using it in exchange for their email address. So this is a very simple tactic whereby you're going to get people's information, maybe their name, maybe their email, most likely, in order that you may begin an email marketing campaign. And you may begin to give content to them, and they are going to begin to consume your content and recognize you as a thought leader and as an industry leader in what it is you're doing. Now, this is most pertinent for those of you who have beauty businesses that that are selling products, that are doing courses, that are doing training. If you have a beauty business that's local and that's giving a service, it is not likely that you're going to be able to use a lead magnet. And the reason why is if you're offering a local service or local product, there is no possible way that you're going to be able to target those people that want this service well with Facebook and with the way their targeting is arranged. It's going to be very, very difficult for you to do that. So, and we'll talk a little bit about the targeting in Facebook and how you can target. And it's just virtually impossible to figure out who is interested in getting their nails done, who is interested in a medical spa. It's not going to be a way that you can target and get people to see what your service is if you have that kind of local service. So for local services, we normally try to shy away from Facebook. If we're going to do it, we're going to do something like offer something for free, such as a coupon to come in and do something free, and then you can get a return by then upselling to whoever came in. So for example, if you're a medical spa, you can offer a free cool sculpting session to the first 25 people that take it. They go on your landing page, they set up an appointment, they come in for cool sculpting, and then you would upsell to them a second service. And if your services are expensive enough and they up on the second, then they may actually take you up on an offer and you could get a return on investment and a very large one. Though that is a possibility of using Facebook if you're a local business. But if not, trying to offer a lead magnet is not going to work for you. And if you just have one service, let's say that you do to return to our example, microblading, you're not going to be able to just advertise to people and expect to get a return on it. You're going to have a different strategy. So where do you need to send those emails if you've got a lead magnet? I've got a couple of recommendations, and the recommendations I have are MailChimp or ActiveCampaign, either one. These are both autoresponders, and you're going to set up these particular ActiveCampaign and MailChimp to receive the leads. If you've got Unbounce going with a landing page creator, then you can automatically sync it to add these to MailChimp and ActiveCampaign lists. If you have WordPress, there are also plugins for this. And so these are the two very most well-known and common autoresponders that you can use, and you would set up an email sequence when they sign up, giving them some free content, and then just continually email them. So how do we set up our Facebook campaigns? We're going to get a little bit into that. First of all, you're going to want to get a business account if you already haven't done that. There are some settings that will just allow you to boost your post and things like that. you're going to want to use the ad manager inside of your business account. And here you can see it. I've given you an example. And the ads manager is going to allow you to create different campaigns. There's also the Power Editor within Facebook. This is more for advanced users. It's a little bit trickier, allows you to duplicate some things. I recommend for most of you the Ads Manager, and myself and a lot of our staff when we're doing Facebook, we actually like to use the Ads Manager a little bit more than the Power Editor just because it's a little bit more intuitive and easy and faster to use. The Power Editor does have some extra features on it that you may want to check out, but like for most of you, like us, for most of you, the Ads Manager is going to be sufficient for running your campaigns. And that would be under a business account. And if you haven't set up your business Facebook page in order to run a Facebook campaign, you really need to do that. What are the keys to Facebook advertising? All right, here we go. Number one, never ever send the clicks to your ads or your boosted posts that you are giving out to your Facebook page. This is a bad idea. It's very difficult for your Facebook page to convert. Now, there could be some exceptions to that rule, and there are some Facebook pages that are very well known and that do convert. But you really have to know what you're doing with your Facebook campaign, and I do not recommend that you send paid clicks to your Facebook page. There are some people that are experts on getting their Facebook page to appear in searches. It's called Facebook. Some people call it search engine optimization for Facebook, for the actual address bar within Facebook, the search in Facebook. You need to, but I recommend that you do not send that traffic to your Facebook page, but that you send it to a custom landing page, which you are A/B testing, especially if you're offering that lead magnet or if you're offering a coupon or a special. And that's going to, once again, I recommend Unbounce if you're going to be sending it to a landing page or possibly WordPress. And so never send your traffic there to the page itself. Number two, use a boosted post only when you have plenty of likes and activity on your page. If you're just now starting out with Facebook advertising and you do the whole boosted post, it's not terribly effective. I think the boosted post is more effective when you actually have activity on your page and you've got people that have liked your page and you've had lots of visits to your page and people are actually going to care about what you're posting on your page. If you're not going to use a boosted post, then you can just simply target people with ads in their feed and so forth and so on. And for most of our advertisers, that's what we found is most effective. Number three, A/B test your ads for performance when setting up a campaign. So don't just set up one ad, set up at least two ads that are A/B testing, that are cycling in and out. And I recommend that you leave your ad sets the same, but that you have different creatives, different ads that you're testing that have a different image and different text. And then you can measure and test each one. And the final one, the key to your campaign or the audiences you're targeting. We'll get into that. You'll need to set up the Facebook pixel on your landing page to make sure that you're tracking conversions and you're tracking everything that is happening so that you can set up Facebook's machine learning to optimize your campaign. All right, so the very important part when you're setting up your Facebook campaign is, and I believe that a lot of the other parts of Facebook are fairly intuitive. This can be the tricky part though, and I've given you an example of how tricky targeting can be here. I couldn't use any of our beauty campaigns due to the competitive nature, so I picked a campaign that we ran once upon a time that was targeting lawyers, and you'll see here that you've got all sorts of ways to do detailed targeting. You've got age, gender, languages, location. You can target by the population of cities. So I want to target in cities that are above or below 100,000. And if you look at that, those you're going to figure out. But if you look at that detailed targeting, it can be a little bit trickier. And what it will allow you to do is it will allow you to target by demographics, by interest, by job titles, by all of the things that you might think. So for instance, let's say that you're selling beauty products and you're selling, we'll go back to our example, microblading products. You can target people in the beauty industry. So how can we correctly target? And for instance, if you had a beauty business that sells products to people that do microblading, you would try to target people based upon if they had a beauty shop, if they are interested in beauty, and you can mix and match. So you can make it so that, for instance, it says down here at the bottom, and must also match at least one of the following. So you could choose only people that are business owners, only people that are in beauty, that are in beauties, that are the owners of beauty shops or beauty services or beauty spas, and you could get very, very specifically. You can also exclude targeting, and it will do suggestions. It will allow you to browse. You just have to play with it until you have your set of targeting very, very specific, and you're actually targeting people with ads that you really need to. And so you've kind of got to play around with this and spend quite a time until you have an audience that you're satisfied with that is specific. And it will tell you how much your reach is. So if you get too specific, you won't be reaching and you won't be showing almost any impressions and get very few clicks. So you'll need to broaden your audience, and you can narrow it down quite a bit, or you can broaden it quite a bit as well. So there's a very large network of people. You can also include, which is you won't see in this section, are custom audiences, and you can do this in Facebook, in Google Ads as well, with the remarketing, with the display campaigns. You can target people if you have their email and you have their name and you have their phone number, or you have one of the three. You can attempt to target those people directly with ads, and you can do that in Google Ads as well if you have a big enough list. And this will allow you to just go ahead and target your potential users with ads and bombard them with ads. And it's very, very effective for campaigns. And you saw all kinds of ways you can play with that. So let's say that you are selling products and you have subscribers, or you have the information of the people that checked out, and you can continually show them ads for other products to them in via Facebook. Now, the clicks on Facebook the clicks can vary anywhere from 10 cents to $2 in the beauty industry. In my experience, usually they're 30 to 50 cents in my experience, depending upon where they clicked. And so the clicks are not terribly, terribly expensive compared to like a Google search click. However, I find that right now that the display campaigns with the custom audiences with custom intent tend to have an even less expensive click than with Google Ads. So you can play with Google than with Facebook. So you can play with Facebook, play with a display campaign in Google Ads, trying to use a lead magnet and see which gets you a lower cost per email added into your email marketing campaign. Writing the ads in Facebook, number one, for lead magnets, make the ads short and concise. Just tell people what you're giving them. Don't make some long post and that's philosophical and that talks about something amazing. Instead, just give a short and concise text that says to people, click here to download my free guide on this, on how to take care of your eyelashes, etc., etc., etc. Make your number two, make your image eye-catching, and it doesn't have to do with your lead magnet as long as it's eye-catching. You want as many people as possible to click on your ad. You want to get a high click-through rate in Facebook as much as you can. Facebook has a similar metric to the quality score that you have in Google Ads, but you want to make it eye-catching. A lot of people will just use a picture of a beautiful woman, and that has sometimes literally nothing to do with what you're actually offering, but it got people's attention. So as long as your ad catches people's attention, the visual element of it, you can use it and it will be effective. Now, finally, ad conversion tracking via the Facebook Pixel. We mentioned that. Now, Facebook allows you to optimize your campaign, and it does machine learning based upon conversions. If you are doing a lead magnet, you're going to want to do this, and eventually Facebook will optimize all of the elements in your campaign so that you're going to get the lowest price per email possible. Now, here we go, targeting Instagram. How do we target Instagram? And this is going to be maybe a disappointment for some of you. Maybe you expected this video to talk more about Instagram. First of all, like I said earlier, curate your profile, fill it up, make it look good, make it look like a really super pro Instagram profile. And then guess what we do? This is what we've had. This is a shortcut, but you know what? It works in most cases. Target Instagram using Facebook. Facebook, for those of you who don't know, bought Instagram. They are linked together. And you can see here that when you're creating your ad sets, that you can actually go in and you can put your ads into the Instagram feed and stories. And this is what you should do if you want to target Instagram specifically, and you can do it alongside of your Facebook ads and do it in the same way, and the clicks are inexpensive. And this is for the paid part of Instagram, and we have found that it is the best way to utilize your Instagram account. And those clicks in Instagram are not expensive, and they can be extremely effective because of the nature of beauty, and also get you traffic to your Instagram page. And ultimately, you are doing some branding when you do that. So this is actually how we target with Instagram. We don't do anything else via Instagram because we found this to be effective. And it's just a button click there, as long as you have a very good Instagram profile that is updated regularly and has plenty of good visuals on it. All right, so targeting your email list, how do you, once you have your lead magnet, and let's say that you start advertising, and in a month suddenly you've got a list and you're spending $1 an email, and you've got 500 people on your email list. How are you going to target those people? Well, in the case that we are offering a product or a course, you're going to use, first of all, you're going to email them all the time. Don't be afraid to email. Some people are afraid to email too much. This is utter nonsense. If you email too much, some people will unsubscribe. But in reality, those kinds of people will probably unsubscribe anyway every time that you periodically send an email. So send out emails as often as you can. Every day, is that too much? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. And when you write your email, first of all, I recommend that you consider a lot using text emails and not trying to do too much with visuals, especially in your welcome messages that you're going to be sending, your initial autoresponder messages. We found that putting too many images in the emails prevents people from consuming the text. And the most important part of an email is the text. When you're writing your emails, unless it's your welcome type email or you're sending people your lead magnet via your autoresponder, you're going to provide some kind of hook, so some kind of entertainment. You're going to provide value in your email, and then you always want to include a call to action. So your email should almost always have a call to action of some kind that's going to allow the person to either to buy your course, to speak with someone in sales, to make a consultation, to hit reply, something so that you can get this whole process on a roll. Also, number 3, you need to periodically offer content, if you can, to your readers so that they will continue to consume your content and they will begin to look at you as the industry expert. Finally, email as much as you can. We've already talked about that. How often should I email? I can't answer that question for you. Myself, to my list, I try to email every day if I can, and I try not to set it up so that I do an autoresponder sequence, but rather that I email each day once, and so that my readers are getting good content and I try my hardest to make sure that my emails really do have good content that people are going to use and going to read. And I don't worry too much about the subject line. And that's what we do as Hive Lead. And so if you have downloaded this PDF, you're going to receive from me a steady stream of good content that's going to help you out. I actually really do try to help in my emails. And I know that if I do that, that there are going to be some people who are going to end up calling me and scheduling that consultation with me and using my services. And all of our clients, different clients try different things. Some once a week, some 3 times a week, some every day, some twice a day, and they all get different results. It completely and totally depends. And if you're not very good at copywriting, then you're going to want to hire someone to help you with that. We can help in that case with copywriting, and we have a copywriter on staff. And if you are not good at copywriting, another thing that you can do is just to continually provide people with a stream of video content. In today's world, it's very easy to record video and to share it out. So this is the basic overview of Facebook/Instagram. This is how we do it and how we have gotten results. To end, I want to talk a little bit more about the idea of offering promotions if you're a local business and if you have multiple services. And this requires a coordinated effort on your part between your marketing campaign and what you are doing as a local beauty spa or a beauty med spa, or if you have different services that you can offer. And so you're going to have to be willing to choose a service that is free, give it away, and then expect that a percentage of those people are going to buy some more of your services. And to coordinate this, you need to make sure that you have a proper landing page and that your staff and that your people and all understand how this will all fit together. And so you've got to have your sales process in place for once people come in and they do the procedure. That sales process has to be your staff has to be trained and understand we're giving this away free, but it's not really with the intent of it being free. It's with the intent that we get people to buy something else and to buy one of our more expensive procedures. And so this is a strategy that we've used several times for local businesses with Facebook, and it requires an investment on your part. However, lots of people have gotten a very good return and ended up running these kinds of campaigns periodically. And on top of it, it creates a growing list of clientele for your local business. This is the conclusion of our 4 videos. It's been a very big overview, and I am sure that you may have questions. Like I said, we don't have a problem getting on the phone with you, answering your questions. Email us on this landing page. You can also email me directly, jared@hiveleadmarketing.com. I'll take your queries, I'll answer them. We love to help beauty businesses succeed, and we enjoy it, and we enjoy seeing people be successful. That's why we're in the marketing business. Contact us at any time. Thank you.